Bahas tantangan dan peluang inovasi bisnis teknologi telekomunikasi bersama salah satu pemain utama di industri ini. Sudah hadir di studio CNBC Indonesia, Daniel Lapis, Director of Channel Business in Pacific Islands and Indonesia of Motorola Solutions. How are you, Dan?
Good, Sabrina. Thank you for having me.
A pleasure to have you in CNBC Indonesia. Thank you for carving out some times in Jakarta to come here in our office.
Absolute pleasure to be here. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. So tell us about Motorola Solutions today. Most of the people know Motorola as one of the best and one of the biggest cellular phone maker back then. But I guess you have changed your your business since 2011, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So tell us of what you do today.
So yeah, the company made a decision to split into two separate entities, being Motorola Mobility, which was a cellular phone business, which got acquired by Google, and we became Motorola Solutions, as we are today, and continue to do. So our business comprises of what we call mission critical and business critical communications around, two-way radios, wide area networks. We're proud to have launched in the stock exchange our Solving for Safer narrative not so long ago. What does that mean? We got to ring the bell at Wall Street and launch that. It's a short and focus around our portfolio, which speaks to the radio communications, the wide area networks, our investment in video security, access control, our software platforms, fixed video, so the ones you see in the walls and body worn that you see police and others wear, or the number plate recognition in cars for police to recognise number plates, and also our control room solutions around our command central. So that's the spread of the stuff that we do, and it's about making people and places safer, is our narrative around solving for safer.
So how is the business doing after you changed your focus since 2011?
Look, it's been very, very good. It's been, from going from strength to strength from 2011. Our business is built. We're in a very good financial, strong position. We continue to grow. We continue to be profitable. We continue to grow our customer base with existing customers and new customers. We've grown organically, and we continue to grow through acquisition as well. So we're in a very strong position.
Wonderful, wonderful for that. Specifically in Indonesia, how do you see the telecommunications industry in Indonesia, and how does it translate to Motorola Solutions business going in Indonesia?
Look, first of all, I'll say that, I get the luxury of looking after this Indonesian market, and it's a wonderful culture. Largest economy in Southeast Asia, so we have a real heightened focus in Indonesia.
Yeah.
We keep seeing the trends and changing in the movements in this country around the verticals and the customers that we serve, whether it be public safety or enterprise. We're collaborating with the carriers around making sure that, what we call our private networks, whether it be in Kalimantan or Balikpapan, where you're rural and you need your private networks, or you have 10 trunked operators, which are network operators around radio private networks. But that integration back into telco is really important, and that shared infrastructure. So at any time, regardless of what technology you're using, your cell phone, whether it be a radio or a specific push-to-talk device, that these networks can communicate. But the most important thing is it gets consolidated back into a control room where you can manage your productivity, but most important, your people's safety.
Beside the largest economy and its biggest population, what are the competitive advantage you see in Indonesia be as a thriving market for your business?
I'll take seaports as an example. So if you think about how you can be more effective and efficient in a global competitive situation and using technology to do that, it's about enablement. It's about learning around how technology can provide those efficiencies to help businesses such as seaports. As you see, there's a lot of trade, a lot of movement. It's about how you can get containers off the docks onto trucks quicker or vice versa, and leveraging the transport and logistics companies. So there's really good ways to leverage the technology that we have, but I think there's a real enablement and learning piece for us as a business to use the 100 partners that we have across Indonesia, 30 new ones just on board last year.
Oh, wow.
So we continue to recruit these specialist partners to help us in these industries.
So you currently have around 130 partners?
Yes, we do.
And
growing rapidly as well, because obviously such large mass and demographic.
Yeah.
But you have 8.5. Your hospitality industry in itself is just huge in itself. You have 8.5 million people that travel in, foreigners each year, and that vertical in itself is large. So we try and make sure we've got coverage through the 100 partners that we have, and enable and educate the best way for people to use technology.
Wonderful, Dan. So tell us about your collaborations with partners, and how does it really solve your problems and making a really good telecommunication solutions in Indonesia?
Yeah, I guess we have what I call a wonderful toolkit across many different technologies. That but our partners bring another layer to that. They bring an intimacy to understanding the true customer requirements. So we work very closely with our partners, and I don't say they're an extension of our business. We don't sell direct as an enterprise business. Public safety we do in some areas. So it's really important for us to get as close to the customers and the verticals that we deal with and make sure we clearly define their requirements. And it's really important for me, and I take pride in trying to make sure that people invest in scalable technologies to say if I need something today, but I need to plug into it later and invest in that they're making the right solidified decisions on their investment. And that's where we leverage our partners and we leverage our relationships and our learnings through that.
And that's how you thrive in Indonesian market, a very large market, a very diversified market, and a very good market as well for Motorola Solutions.
Very strong market, and we've been here for 32 years, which is a long time. And this market has been growing, and it's a significant contributor to our Asia Pac business. We can't sell that short, but we don't see that stopping. We see the investment and our focus in the Indonesian market continue to grow. It's a wonderful economy with a wonderful opportunity, and the adoption to technology we're seeing now in enterprise particularly growing really quickly. So we'll continue to invest, we'll continue to keep putting people on the ground and showcasing our technology and training people up to give the businesses the best opportunity.
Well, thank you so much for your existence in Indonesia. 32 years was a very, very long and very long commitment for being here in Indonesia. So the telecommunication technology development is growing very rapidly and very dynamic. How have these developments influence your business models and business innovations, especially in Southeast Asian market, just like Indonesia? It must have been a different culture, different needs. How do you see this? How do you adapt to your business and so on?
I think it's important, and I think change is probably the scariest part for people and businesses. So what we try and do is step through what I call point solutions, and people have different ways that they run their businesses. And I think it's important to leverage the telecommunications industries as well as software industries. So where we come to is bring in a consolidated view back to control room operations, where people have the proper investment, the scalable infrastructure, where they're able to run their business in the most basic, efficient way of doing it without having disparate technologies that don't integrate. We're about integrated solutions. We're about trying to bring that all together. And telcos play a role in that, and our push-to-talk software that we're launching this week around integrating back into the radio networks and also being a standalone technology, control room solutions, GPS tracking, all the things that we hope help businesses be better. But there is an education around that, but it's leveraging existing infrastructure. So no matter where you are, you can be connected, you can find your people, you can track your people, because paramount for us, top priority is people safety. And then obviously the layers around business efficiency and helping businesses be better is really important. But we're open to engaging, collaborating with many different telco communicators or software developers, whatever that be, because we just want the best experience for the industry.
Yeah, and there's still room for growth for telecommunication industry in Indonesia. And now that Indonesia has an aspiration to move their capital city to Kalimantan, to Nusantara.
Yes.
And this city is actually aiming to be a smart city, fully equipped with smart technologies and to be a smart cities for their citizens.
Yes.
It was an ambitious goal, but your point of view as a telecommunication industry, what's your thought about this Indonesia going to move their capital city to Nusantara?
Yeah, look, I think it's going to be a long journey. We already have a presence in Balikpapan and have a presence with some partners in Kalimantan already, but primarily servicing the oil and gas sector over there. We did an inauguration of our innovation centre, experience centre in Balikpapan last year. Yeah. So we already have a presence there. We know the height and focus and the importance of what the government's trying to do. We will scale and support and enable best we can to support that growth. And the way I look at it is there's going to be roads that need to be built, there's going to be hotels need to be built. So there's a full infrastructure of requirements there. We do have a strategy around smart cities, and I guess our objective would be is that the investment in the construct phase allows that investment to then be used in the operate phase. So whatever is used from comms or towers or video security, access control, all the things that we have available that in the immediate investment stage, that they're able to keep that technology and scale up on that. So it then provides the option to have the smarter city and connect and be a wonderful opportunity. I'm sure it's going to be a journey with some challenges that come. but us as a business has a heightened focus to be there and support best we can.
So tell us then, last year, you opened up the Motorola Experience Center, the first one in Indonesia, and
Yes.
it is in Balikpapan. The reasons why, tell us.
Oh, because Balikpapan is really important to us and the Kalimantan province in itself. We get a lot of business and a lot of support out that, but for us to have that environment there and that what we call like a training centre and a learning centre for people is a really good opportunity for us to bring customers through there in that region, because obviously it's a long way to travel to Jakarta. So we made a strategic investment to put it there to make sure that the customers that we have in that region have the opportunity to come through and that we can showcase the value around what technology brings to their business and how we can better understand and simulate what they do every day. And it's been a wonderful investment for us, and we've had some wonderful feedback on doing it.